Hello, everybody. It is Colin, and you are watching Talking Ball. Welcome in. Welcome, everybody. Hope everyone is doing great on this fine Friday. I'm not sure about there in foggy England, but here in the Midwest of the United States, it's really nice outside. It's like 60 degrees Fahrenheit today. So what is
Wow.
60 F to C? We're looking at like it's like 15 degrees, but it feels great out. I mean, it's wonderful today. So
Good.
yeah. What have you guys got? What's the temperature
Oh,
for you guys today?
about eight degrees.
It's still better than it has been. Better than it could be. We're finally. I think spring is finally on its way. Um, so yeah, you guys are good. Els, you're good.
Yeah, I'm good. My third stream on the trot. So I'm bit of super, like I said, in back doors. Yeah, so
Yeah, you're
I'm
you're a
still
you're a
going. I
champion.
haven't, I haven't, I haven't fallen by the wayside. Still going.
We appreciate you big time. If you just stop talking, we'll know you fell asleep finally. You had to catch
Yeah,
some Z's.
I
And then that
know.
brings us to Mr. Jose, part of the furniture around here, co-host here at Talking Ball. What's up, my man? How was work? Good week? You looking forward to the match? All that?
I got a work call coming in.
Yep, there you go. He's
Gotta
still
go.
working. He is still
He's
working.
gotta go. He's gotta
Yep.
go.
So what I will do is this, and then I will have him bring himself back in whenever he is ready
Yeah.
to talk more Spurs. Um, Ellie, we've got a match tomorrow. Are you excited? Are you ready to
Yeah.
watch the boys again? Ready to kind of see if we can put that bad performance behind us and come out guns a blazing?
Yeah, and I'm in a bit of dilemma because I've been offered a ticket by Phil P for a very good cost.
Phil
Yeah,
P. Yes.
Phil P, woo! And my
Woo.
daughters wanted to go out, so I'm not sure whether they want to go out now. It's been raining all day. Not today, for tomorrow. If it rains all day tomorrow, we're not going to go. Because
Yeah.
we go
Yeah.
up London and do some sightseeing. Because as Londoners, you don't do that. But they wanted to go sightseeing, so
Cool.
if,
No, that's
if they,
awesome.
well, if they blow it out, I'm going to the Spurs Brighton game. So I want to go to the game as well because I can see my
Yeah.
daughters any day.
Exactly. But Spurs, yeah, exactly. Well, I hope you get to go. I hope you get to go to the match, and I hope if you do go, I hope it's a good one. I hope it deserves a Dawson thumbs
Yeah,
up, just like that. There, you know.
yeah,
But yeah, Ellie, we're playing against Brighton. We know
yeah.
that the last time that we played Brighton, it wasn't exactly
No,
the best. Whoa, hold on, real quick. I am off the boil today. We've got people in the chat already. Let's say hey to the chat.
yeah.
First of all, we've got Tyson McGill. Tyson, not sure I've seen Tyson in here before, but big up to Tyson.
Wow.
Tyson says, what is Kuleveski's role at Tottenham next year? You're going to star that. Come back to that for sure, because I want to talk a lot about Kulu. I put the poll today was about Kulu and where you think his best position is. I saw an interesting stat on Kulu that I wanted to bring up, but yeah, I asked in the poll whether people thought that maybe his position was going to be kind of that Ericsson position, that wide playmaker role, or if people see him or his future kind of in the middle of the park and an actual midfield, an actual midfield role. So that's something we will absolutely come back to. Big up Tyson in the chat. Thank you for that thought-provoking comment. Bobby K, though, is in the house saying, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Bobby. Big up to you, sir. And then talking beers here saying, buenos dias, hermano. That is to all of us, but Jose the most. To Jose the most. And he
Yeah,
said, is it nap time yet? And Ellie, I'm sure you're ready for a nap.
yeah.
It is.
I'm on my daughter's bed again, and it's very comfortable. But if I fall
Oh,
asleep,
yeah,
just
we'll know.
blast
We'll know what
out,
happened.
blast out
Yeah,
some tunes, and it'll wake me up.
there you go. There you go. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll play the James Madison song, wake you right up.
Yeah, that will
Um,
definitely wake me up.
we've got today is the prediction show, everybody. So that is something that
Woo!
we're going to be doing in a bit. Jose has got his predictions in the chat already, so that everybody can see he is not cheating. There's been some accusations. I don't want to throw any names
Oh,
out there, but there's been some accusations. So here's the proof. The proof is in the pudding, and the pudding is right here. He is
Ho-
not. He is
Jose's not
not cheating.
cheap. No,
Right.
He's
Talking
just
beer
the same
says
long.
exactly. Talking beer says that like button ain't gonna hit itself. He's assuming. So go ahead and slap that like if you're here. We truly appreciate you being here. Not just here, but also you might be on Talking Ball. You might be on this channel. I'm about to throw up Eltel Cockerel. Whichever one you're watching on, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when we're on. It really does help. Also in the chat, we've got Daniel Sandoval saying, big up La Familia, one love. One love back to you, Daniel. Purple and gold. Till Enoch is sold, I see there in your hearts. Love it. We've also got Shanada in the house. What is up, Shanada? Saying, hey, y'all, I'm still up because I was doing my nails way too late in the night, and now I'm waiting for them to dry. Well, hey, it doesn't sound like it was too late. It sounds like it was the perfect time because now you get to hang out with us. It's always good to have you here, Shanada. I hope you're doing well. What color are the nails? What'd you do to the nails? Multiple colors, one color, sparkles? Let us know. Always want to know what you guys, the viewers, are up to. Here's that link I was talking to you guys about. Everybody head over to Eltel Cockerel, like, subscribe, comment on a video. Talking Beer's telling me not to throw up. I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't look like I'm gonna do that. No throwing up today. Don't worry. All good, Talking Beer. All good. And look who it is. It's Jose.
What time is it for Shanata? Because it could be any time from 9 minutes past midnight to 3:09 in the morning, depending where Shanata is.
Yeah. Shanata, let us know. Let us know what time it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I said I was throwing up the link. I get it. I get it now, Beer Talk. You're a funny guy. Phil P.
Woo!
Yes. Ellie was just talking about Phil. It's like you heard your name and your ears started burning, Phil. We were talking about you, an impossible ticket, maybe? For Els? That would be lovely. She wants to go. And then Phil says, happy Friday, people. Happy Friday right back at you. To everybody watching, to everybody on the panel with me, guys. Happy freaking Friday.
As we say in London, if you don't want to do anything, you have to swerve.
There you
go. I have to swerve from my daughters down to the Spurs ground.
Skirt! And just swerve right over there. You need to go to the Spurs match, Els. You need to do it.
I do. I need to.
Shanada says, the sparkles and a bunch of cherry blossom nail stickers. Sounds beautiful, Shanada. Just let me say that. And it's 3:11 a.m. So you were right. It's on the later end of the time zones. So yeah,
he stayed up for us.
Absolutely, we appreciate you, big time. Talking Beer, you're not dumb, buddy. You're not dumb. I like your corny jokes. We enjoy them here. And Steve D says,
Hi, Steve. How are you, mate?
Thank F it's Friday. It looks like is what Steve is saying. Big up, Steve. And he said, afternoon, guys. Afternoon, my boy. Talking Beer's being real nice, Els, and he's asking about your injury. Everything going good with that? Healing up?
Basically, the hole is closed up on the burn. So it's completely closed. It's just a little bit pinky coloured. So I just want it just to go a little bit lighter.
Yeah, back closer to normal. I get you. But you're doing good, though. It's on the up and up. We're improving.
You know, when you burn your skin, it's like anything. Like, it takes time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You'll be good. It'll come back good. I've got a good feeling about it.
Yeah.
And then our boy Quez is in the house. I always say boy. Quez could be a female. Who knows? Male, female. Quez, we love you nonetheless. Quez Ali is here. Big up to Quez, who I've never met in person. We'll have to have you on the show someday, Quez. Stay Humble is in the house, also saying, yo, sup, my Spurs family.
Stay humble.
Yeah. Big up. And then, yeah, there's so many people. There's so many people that are being kind and awesome. The possibility of having Queen up in block 258 is so exciting. There'll be more Greeks than you can shake a stick at. Woo! I love it.
I'm
Big love.
Coming now, Phil. I'm going to swerve on my daughters. I'm definitely coming.
Oh.
We won't tell them. Hopefully they're not watching. They don't see that.
No, because it's freezing cold anyway to go down London. You don't enjoy it.
Yeah, I agree. Big time. Every time I've ever gone to visit, it's been cold. I think it's just a perpetually cold place you guys have there, to be honest.
And any excuse, Elliot. Any excuse.
Yeah.
She doesn't hardly need one at all. Yeah, exactly. Talking beers, loving the Friday vibes.
Phil is Greek, like myself, and I'm just sending the promo to a Greek man in Cyprus who runs the Cyprus Spurs Supporters Club. Called Andonis. Yeah.
Andonis.
Yeah, Andonis.
What a wonderful name.
Adonis.
I need me a nice Greek name. Maybe I'll change it. We'll have to think of one together, Ellie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spiros.
There you go. Perfect.
Spiros.
Yeah, Spiros.
Spiros. Stavros.
I love it.
Christos.
Mikhaili. Georgi.
Yosvos.
Yeah,
you guys are making me laugh, cracking me up. But yeah, Talking Beer's loving the Friday vibes, and so am I.
So Ellie, she's the funny one.
She is. Big love to Ellie for being here. We appreciate you. Zeus, stay humble. Said I could be Zeus.
Hey Zeus.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
No, you don't
Hey Zeus. No, but
Jesus in Spain, we shortened it to Suso, so you could be Suso.
Suso, I like that.
Suso.
We'll have to meet. We'll convene. We'll have a meeting of the minds together, and we'll come back with Colin's Greek name.
I'll give you my dad's name, which is Elias. But in
That's a
Greek,
good name.
That's how you pronounce it in English, but in Greek we say Elia.
Elia? That's me.
Silent S.
Yeah.
Elia. That's me. That's me from now on. If anybody ever asks. And then we've got Daniel E bigging everybody up, and he says he doesn't care if it pisses people off using the words "big up." He is here to be controversial. Big up back to you, Daniel E. Instead of big up, I'm just gonna say much love, everybody. Phil P says I could be Nico. He's got all the names. Phil's got all the names. And I swear we'll get to Spurs stuff in just a second, guys. But dated a girl from Guatemala. She was in Adonis. Broke my heart when she moved back. But soon after I started dating my now wife. Life works in mysterious ways. Absolutely. And Quez says that Quez is male. Quez Ali Mighty is he. Big up Quez. And yeah. So we've got some stuff to talk about. I'm sure everybody has seen the thumbnail by now. Filippo's. I love that. That's a good one too. And then Daniel is a rebel. And a rebel without a cause. You know, he no cause. Little down. Maybe I'm dumb. I'm not picking up on that one. But stay humble. I love you. And if I can, my brain starts to work again. I'll figure that out. But guys, we have a couple of things to talk about. First, I just wanted to ask a question, and I put it in the what am I trying to say here? Like the quiz, the poll. Polls are what those are called. And I put it in the poll. And Elliot, I'll just ask you this question straight up. Where do you ultimately see Kulu if he stays with us? I mean, shoot, we don't know what's going to happen this summer, but if Kulu does stay with us, where do you ultimately see him? Out wide or in the middle?
I like him just behind the front two because he hasn't got pace. It's better that he picks up the ball from the midfield and he's like a link man, and then he sort of sprays his passes from the middle. Because when he's on the wing, he's quite ineffective sometimes. I know he's got assists and he's got a few goals, but I think he does his best work for the team as a whole from that middle side, but more forward, like Madders does. He picks the ball up from quite deep in the midfield. He hardly ever picks it up from the defensive side of the field, right? And then he plays like a link man. Yeah, I think he's
Yeah.
more effective then. And he's really good at spraying passes to the wing as well. Whereas when he's on
Right.
the wing, he gets marked really heavily because they've got his number because they know
He's
that,
got one or two moves he uses on that wing.
yeah,
He either
exactly,
goes to the byline and then tries to cut over from there, or he
yeah,
cuts in earlier than that. Usually, he's like that Erickson winger. He's not a true winger. He drifts inside even whenever he's on the right. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And like you said, he's with one or two moves like that. It's so easy to pick you up and to have your number and know what's coming and defend against it. So
yeah.
yeah, I see what you're
Like
saying for
like a
sure.
lot of people say, he becomes predictable. But from the middle, when he's even sometimes if he drops just a little bit further in, so he can pick the ball up from the midfielders, right? But now we've got Madders back, it's going to be hard for him to play that role because they'll be bumping into each other. So
Yeah.
it's a hard one to call because the wing, I don't think he's that effective. It could be just a midfielder, but then we lose either Saar, Basuma, or Benny, and that is a
Definitely.
hard one. You can't
Yeah.
really do that.
100%. It's going to be horses for courses, as everybody likes to say.
Yeah.
I saw somebody saying, and I can't find the comment now, they could even see him as an 8 in this system. But the reason I ask this and the reason I bring it up at all, guys, is because I saw this on Reddit, and it's about a day old now. We'll see if you guys can see this. I can barely see it. It says open play chances created 2023-2024 Europe's top 7 leagues, which I thought it was always top 5 leagues, but we're going top 7 now. And it's got Kulu tied in a 3-way tie for first place for most chances, open play chances created. And I'm sure some of that has to do with the injury to Matters. I think Matters would probably be on this list had that not happened. But are you surprised, Ellie, to see him on this list?
No, I'm not surprised because I see the balls that he does play that are effective do end up with goals, or he does link up plays really, really well. But I think it's when he's been in the middle, he's made a lot of those very, very good choices that have led to a pre-assist or an assist. He is a good player. Just put it that way. I don't.
Very, very good, and he's got strength. He's got vision.
Yeah.
His dribbling ability is pretty good. I would say, his strength is one of his biggest assets.
He's the best ball carrier. He's better than Basuma.
He's got shades of people are going to hate me and slate me, and that's fine. But I see shades of Dembele and Kane in there with his hold up play and ability to shimmy past 2 or 3 players and then make the pass.
That's a very
and not
good
everybody
point.
can do that. Yeah,
it links up with the point I was making. Like, Harry Kane, he used to drop into the middle and pick up the ball from the middle and spray the passes. Kulu to do that because he's very good at that.
Yeah, absolutely. He needs to be on the pitch. I don't know exactly where. I'm still, and I'm sure that's a headache that that our man Ange is loving having right now. But talking Beersley's cool on to start. If fit for us or if good for us, even if he has a mediocre performance, his presence makes others better. And I totally agree. With that. You were saying he gets really heavily marked on the wing, but I think that's good. If you stick 2 players on Kulu, that means that there's somebody not, marking somebody else. It should leave somebody else open. And look who is back. It is the man, the myth, the legend, Jose. I was just gonna ask you, man, since you're back, are you excited or not excited? Surprised. Words are hard for me early in the morning. Are you surprised to see Kulu up this high on this list of open play chances created, Jose?
No. Right. So let me tell you a bit about Kulu.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Kulu did us a favour, and an important favour, when we didn't have the creativity when Maddison went out injured. So Kulu ended up playing the 10 spot. And he played quite well there. And he got a lot more of the ball, and people said that he was a lot more involved. So people said that was his best position. However, here we go back to my Christmas show, when we got all the people from around the community and asked them who their player of the season was. I said back then But up until Christmas, my player of the season who doesn't get mentioned was Kulu. Kulu takes one for the team all the time. Kulu's hold-up play is immense. Now, the way I'm predicting that tomorrow's lineup will include, put it this way, on the subs bench, it will be Werner and Brennan Johnson on the subs bench. I think we're going to go back to a tried and tested 3, and it'll be Sonny, Richie, and Kulu. Kulu gets the ball. They put it out wide to him. Kulu will hold off players, right? And he'll get the ball and he'll take it all the way down to probably the edge of their 18-yard box. He doesn't take a player on beyond that, but he gets to that stage, holds the ball up so other players can come into play. And he's absolutely effective at doing that and has been all season long. And it's helped us because it means that our players can then catch up with the play. So your release and your out ball is to Kulu. Kulu holds it up. Kulu then holds it up enough for the team to push upfield, and then he can pass the ball back to one of them in the midfield or whatever. Or put it into the centre for Richie or for Sonny. So for me, I expect, listen, we haven't talked about lineups yet, but for me, tomorrow, I'm looking at a team tomorrow that will have 11 players. I fully expect on the bench that it will be Johnson and Werner. I also expect on the bench to see Bissouma, Højbjerg, Skip, Lo Celso, Hill. I've already given you 7 players. You can only have 9.
No, we have a lineup guesser in a second. So then you've got
Dragusin, you've got Davis, you've got Emerson. That takes you to 10 players, and then with the goalkeeper Foster, that takes you to 11. And am I missing anyone? We have a fully fit team to pick from. Some people are not even going to make the bench tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Go on, Els. What was you going to say, Ellie?
Did you mention Skip's name?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I said, so the forward three that I reckon will be on the bench that you can choose will be Hill, Johnson, and Werner. From the midfield, it will be Lo Celso, Bissouma, Skip, Højbjerg. These are the players that I expect to compete for the bench tomorrow. And then the 3 defenders is Dragusin, Emerson Royale, and Ben Davies. And that takes us to 10 without 4, so that's 11. So 2 of them players will have to miss out altogether from the bench.
It's a good problem to have.
Because the only 2 players that we're missing is Sessegnon and Solomon are not back from injury yet. They're the only 2. Everybody else in the squad is there tomorrow. And regardless of what we've got, we know what squad we've got. But ain't it different to start saying, cool, we got 21 players to choose from tomorrow? Yeah, we've not been able to say that for a long time, have we?
No.
It's a really good feeling.
But then for me, though, Ellie and Colin, for me, tomorrow is the beginning of me saying, no excuses.
I expect an extra harsh Jose post.
Tomorrow we've got no excuses. Tomorrow we've got a squad of 21 players. Now, let's go and play handball. Let's do what we've been threatening to do for many games this season. Let's put a game together at the stadium tomorrow, and let's go and do Brighton. Let's go and do a number on them, like they did to us for the first 60 minutes at their place.
Hell yeah. And I still haven't forgotten about this, guys. So I wanted real quick, while we're talking about the match, De Zerbi, I am begging you, try this shit with Big Ange.
Well, there is Christian Stellini, the interim manager, shaking hands with Roberto De Zerbi. Doesn't seem too friendly, that, though, does it?
No, not at all. No, there's...
I dare him to try that shit with Big Ange. Big Ange would snap that finger right off of him. I think. I don't think he would be having that finger in Ange's face at all.
So question. I'm going to got a question for you two now, right? Just you've played that, right? Can I ask you, right? If the manager is not on the touchline, do the players play better or worse for the team?
That's a great question. There's probably statistics to back it up that I'm not sure of.
Oh, I don't know about the stats. I'm just asking a question.
Okay. Yeah. I would think better. Would be my personal guess, but I could see maybe how they have less pressure and more freedom if the manager's not on the touchline. But I would think better. But I could see them maybe. I don't know. Ellie, you're a former player. What do you have to say in this regard?
I prefer my manager to be on the touchline.
Yeah, but if they can't be on the touchline, though, Ellie, if they can't be on the touchline, does the team play better or worse? Is what I'm asking.
I think they play better.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Okay, so with this,
they don't have to hear the manager shouting at them all the time.
Right, but some of these managers, though, Ellie. Yeah, but some of these managers are high-engine managers, right? So you imagine Klopp not being there, Arteta not being there, Pep not being there. Imagine Ange not being there. Do you think Tottenham would play the same without Ange being there? Because Ange is there watching them all the time. He's not like the other managers, because the other managers all scream, berate, and they're all at it the whole game, right? The reason why I say this is for me, Brighton have a handicap tomorrow. Not only are they away at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, but De Zerbi's also got a touchline ban.
Yeah.
So that won't be happening at all. There will be no confrontation between De Zerbi and Ange.
Yeah.
So De Zerbi, because De Zerbi's always at it, he doesn't stop. He's always at it. But if he's not there, and he's not at it, so he won't be able to push his players and he won't be able to cajole them to where he wants in play, because he won't be on the touchline. So tomorrow, listen, there's no excuses. We have no excuses whatsoever. They haven't got a manager on the touchline now tomorrow either. So please don't start giving me excuses. Tomorrow we need to go out, play our strongest 11, and go and bloody do a number on Brighton, like they did to us first 60 minutes. And they haven't got a manager.
And real quick, just to answer your question. Oh, sorry, Ellie, you go first. I cut you off bad there. My fault.
All right. Okay. I can say, I get where Jose, I can where you're coming from, but like the second person in charge is going to be there. I know he's not as influential, maybe, but he's going to be following his instructions, so he's his eyes and ears anyway. And I
Oh, hey, Els, I think you might have your hand over your mic.
Am I still,
lady.
Oh, sorry, no, that's my husband phoning me. Right,
No problem.
So I think the players relax more, but I do get your point. It's a very good point.
Shanada here has an opinion.
To me, De Zerbi is one of those managers who's completely at it for the whole 100 minutes. 110 minutes. He is mental. He's absolutely off his trumpet, isn't he?
Yeah.
But the thing is, he's number 2. He may be a totally different engine and a different setup to what De Zerbi is. So therefore, as soon as De Zerbi sees something, he goes mad. He starts pulling people and all that, and telling them where to go and all that. If your number 2 ain't like that, then it changes your dynamic of your team.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, there is no excuse. For me, even more no excuses. We've got a full squad to pick from. We're at home. Let's play Ange ball, and they ain't got a manager.
Exactly. Boom.
I'm not wearing excuses. I'm telling you that now. I'm not wearing excuses.
Not a single one.
I'm just letting you guys know that they ain't got a manager either.
Hell yes. I love it. And just to answer your question, I like Shanada's answer here. It feels like it depends on the specific team and manager dynamics. And yes, De Zerbi is one of those managers, like Jose said, who is in everybody's face, constantly at it, like you said. A couple more comments I wanted to get to. Swap is in the house. What is up, Swap? Didn't want you to think we forgot about you. Says, whom should we go for in the summer as a single defensive midfielder? Onana, Dennis Zakaria. I remember Zakaria was a name we were interested in for a while.
I'd go for neither.
Yeah, I was going to say, Daniel E. says, Zakaria, who could barely get a game at Chelsea or stay fit? No, we need better than that. So Daniel E. is in agreement with you, Jose. So, yeah, I'm not sure who the answer is, or even if maybe that position needs addressing, but that is those guys. And I don't want Zakaria. But I don't know much about Onana, to be fair. Almost none. Anytime you say Onana, I think the goalkeeper that we passed.
What's my name?
That's beautiful.
I looked up Roberto De Zerbi's number 2. It's a gentleman called Andrea Maldera, and he's the first team assistant coach.
He sounds nicer. He sounds like he's got more.
Andrea.
Ronnie, you've left out Liverpool Burnley, mate. Just letting you know.
Big up.
Sorry,
Yeah.
carry on.
I didn't mean to
I'll
say
do a
big
little
up.
bit of research on this Andrea Madeira.
Does he seem chill? Yeah, we'll find out. Stay Humble says it's time for revenge against Brighton. Yes, and Jose would agree with you 100%, and so would I. So would Ellie. It is time for revenge. Stay Humble also says that Ansu Fati for Brighton will be a handful if he's fit, and I said if he's ever fit. LOL. But yeah, you're right. And he might feel like he has something to prove. I don't know, as he was, a player we were looking at. But he chose Brighton over us. It's not like I don't think we pulled out of that deal. Is that how you guys remember it? He chose to go to Brighton instead of choosing to come here.
Who's that? Sorry.
No, you're okay. Ansu, yeah, I remember we were in for him, but I can't remember if we pulled the plug on that or if he decided.
I think, well, I don't know, but I think that he was being touted that he was available, and people put 6 and 7 together and made 3, and said Tottenham will go for him. The only people
they need a winger.
The only people that really was, I think, really speaking to him were Brighton. And we didn't stand in their way, and I don't think we actually went for him. I think it was more media hype.
Well, I'm glad, because if the last thing we need is a player who's like extra motivated to come and perform against us. So if we had said, "Oh no, go to Brighton, we don't need you," I could see him, you know what I mean, being like, "Oh, what? You don't need me?"
Can I just say something? The advantage of working from home for me, right, especially on a Friday before match day, is all the presses are done in the afternoon. Yeah. So I watched all the pressers and I listened to what players are out injured and who's not going to be playing and who's not fit and who's not available. So some of the scores that I see people putting in, I'm just like, okay, then good luck.
Yeah, exactly.
Some of these players that are there to score goals won't be playing. So anyway, it's by the by. I'm giving my sources away.
I say you could just copy Jose's.
Yeah, like Jose's doing proper research there.
Go and do your own. I'm going to say go do your own homework. I've put my results in already.
That's how I like to gamble. If I'm going to gamble, I like to make sure I know, what teams at home.
The thing is with gambling, though, right? The thing is with gambling, right? I don't tend to gamble. I've learned, not through gambling, but I've learned that gambling is an odds game, right? So if you're going to gamble, you want to gamble where the odds are in your favour and not against you.
Yeah.
Right.
So tomorrow, straight after the match, I'm going with some Brighton lads and some Liverpool lads to have a pool competition.
Nice.
So we've all had to stump in 20 quid up front, right? All of us. And there'll be some side betting going on, I bet. But they turned around and said, we're having a pool competition. Now there's a couple of county players playing tomorrow.
Oh.
So they represented the counties and that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, now I used to be a wicked pool player when I was younger, and I used to represent London under 19s. I went to America and I used to hustle pool in America and all that years and years ago though. So I'm turning around and saying, if you want me to bet money, then it has to be an even playing field. And they said, what do you mean? I said, well, there's no bring your own cues with you. We'll have to use the house cues in order to play. And they're like, yeah, but that's not. And I said, okay. I said, I'll play you and you can play with your own cue, but I'm not gambling on it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, and they said, why would you do that? And I said, because if I'm going to throw money at something, I want the odds to be in my bloody favour.
or at least even odds. Yeah.
So to me, when you got stuff like, I don't know, dogs and people bet on these other things, I don't bother betting on them because it's not within my gift to help that bet along type thing. If I was to bet on a horse or a dog, I ain't riding the horse and I ain't patting the dog. Do you see what I mean? If I was to bet on a football team, I'm not playing for that team. So therefore, I find it difficult to gamble on anything that I don't have an influence on. And people ask me why, and I say to them, look, if I'm going to go and throw money, it's because I want to fucking win money back. And that's
exactly. You're not in the habit of giving money away to bet 365 or whoever, any of these dumb companies. They don't need your money. They got plenty. I feel you 100%. So real quick, you got inside sources. I was just going to ask you real quick, and we'll get back to Brighton and everybody's.
I haven't got inside sources. I just watched everything. That's all.
you tend to know how long players are going to be out somehow. And
Okay,
so I was going to say,
Manor Solomon is not far from coming back. Manor Solomon is there or thereabouts. Him and Sessegnon are there or thereabouts.
Yeah,
I was going to say, I just heard further knee procedure, and I thought, oh shit, what's that?
Because by hearing Hans today, he didn't seem to be saying that they were going to be out for ages. He just said that the only two that's still not with the group were these two. But he didn't allude to they were going to be out for ages though.
No.
Because he said that Gio had trained all week, but it's a decision they're going to need to make whether to give Gio a further week or not. But Gio has trained all week long.
Yeah.
Listen, Chris Peters is here. Do what you need to do for Chris now, please.
Yes.
And once it's done, we'll ask Chris to make another comment. Yeah,
I'm doing it right now.
So he said that Gio's been training and for the whole week, and I have to make a decision on Gio. But he said that Bissouma and Son came back Wednesday, had a recovery session yesterday, and trained today. And I think he said similar. Okay, I think he said similar for Bissouma. Right, sorry. As I'm saying this, Chris Peters, welcome and good afternoon. Can you please make another comment for us?
Yeah, we just want to make sure that what we just did worked out.
Just want to make sure that everything's worked out with you, Chris. So please, can you make another comment? Sorry, back over to you guys. We've got some people to catch up on the chat.
We do. I got very behind on accident.
So, right, Ronnie's given his predictions. Ronnie, I've got your predictions. They're all typed in, mate.
Big up, Ronnie.
Daniel Lee saying, I forgot Fatty even played for Brighton. That's how crap the loan spell has been. He's been out injured. Injured.
But why loan in and injured? Or, I don't know. I just feel like the loan doesn't make a ton of sense for Brighton.
He was injured at Barcelona, and that's why they've told him to go out and get game time and that, and to get his fitness back up. And he's got injured again whilst he's been at Brighton. He's got injured again. So,
shit.
But he was playing, and he was scoring goals, mostly in Europe when he was playing, and in the cup games he was getting goals. So, but he's been out injured. That's the thing.
Okay.
Talking Beer is saying Mitoma can be dangerous. Mitoma's out injured as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, he is.
So Mitoma won't be playing.
I hate being excited about injuries, but...
Good afternoon, Barbaric. Nice to see you, mate. Our front three had performed as well as a trio on this panel. Would be 21 points clear. Barbaric, you're too kind, sir. You're too kind.
Big love, man. Yeah, too kind. Far too
We've
kind.
got Elias in the house. Good afternoon, Elias. He says, big up Cole, Queen Ellie Flip-Flop, and Jose.
Love it.
And he does comment and say, just banter with the Queen, by the way.
Yeah, it's fine. I like it.
Elias, good people.
Big Chris Agenbar. Big up everyone. The weekend starts
Chris.
here, and the week's vacation at home. Enjoy your week off, mate.
We call those a staycation here in the US because you're just staying at home, but you got the
Big Chris is saying other dumb companies are available.
No, they'll take your money for sure.
So you have Audio Artisan saying afternoon peeps. Good afternoon, Audio.
Brother?
I don't think Chris has commented since we've asked him to do it, but Chris, if you're around, please make another comment. He's saying afternoon in the chat to everyone, and big up Cole, Jose, and Queen Ellie.
Big up Chris. Chris is usually working at this time, so it's nice to see him jumping in. Big up, Chris.
Even if you can hear us, just a one word will do, Chris. We just want to make sure that you just type one more thing in for us. Ronnie's saying, Ange did say Solomon should be back in 2 weeks.
Oh, okay, cool. I think that we're going to see more of him, and I think he's going to offer more than a lot of people are expecting. So that's a player I'm very excited to have back. He's not some young guy learning the ropes. He's sort of like Werner. He's got a lot of experience, and I think that's going to show through. I think we'll see some good football out of him. So
stay humble. Fatty started well, but has been riddled with injuries since. Is what? He's commenting on what I said. I think and agreeing. David Clark, Spurs are buying young foreign players, so that tells me there is no pathway for our academy players.
Dang.
It depends. It depends. When you're older players, sorry, Colin, but when your older players are starting to get old and you're starting to move them on, if you've got all these people coming through and you're buying all these youngsters, it means you may not have to buy more in the future. I don't know. Because at the moment, if we look at the squad we've got, guys, and then we look at the amount of people we've got out on loan, if them players are all with us at the moment, then we'd have too many players, wouldn't we?
It's very true.
So currently we've got too many players as it is. So come the summer, we're going to have to shift some out. So.
And we got to think about things too, like the stuff that we don't want to think about, but that Sonny isn't getting any younger. So, I think the team's trying to pull in talent to, I don't want to say replace him, but to he's not going to be able to play at the top level forever. And I like that the club is looking at players in and around his position that are younger, that have the potential and could maybe kind of turn into that for us. But I know it's a sad thing to think about, and nobody likes to talk about Sonny aging out of the team. But it'll happen eventually. So I just hope that, by buying these younger players that we're ready and he's maybe teaching them things.
Who's João Pedro Juanqueira de Jesus? That's João Pedro, isn't it?
Yeah, that's João Pedro, yeah.
He's injured with a thigh injury.
Oh,
That's
man.
Good. That's good.
Yeah.
Good player for them.
Absolutely.
He's out with an injury. So, yeah, I've got the latest update. I'm just looking at all the injuries now.
And talking say Matoma is fit and will play.
Right, let me go to Brighton. Let me track Brighton. Right, so Brighton have Simon Adingra is currently at the African Nations.
Yeah.
It says Karen Matoma is no return date. He's ruled out at the moment, it says. João Pedro Juanqueira de Jesus is currently being assessed with a hamstring strain, ruled out, no return date.
What a name, too, by the way. And your pronunciation, beautiful.
Joel Veltman has an injury. They reckon he was going to be back for the 18th of February, and he's still ruled out at the moment. Julio Enciso Espinola has been out since October. His earliest date to come back for Enciso is the 24th of the 2nd. James Milner has a thigh injury. Earliest return date is the 28th of February, so he's out. And Solomon March is out with an knee injury, and his current return date is not till the 19th of May when the season finishes.
I had no idea his name was Solomon because everyone just calls him Solly. That's funny.
On the Premier League website, it's got their full names, so that's why I could say João Pedro Juanqueira de Jesus.
I was going to say that pronunciation is wonderful.
They've got their new player, haven't they? Who they signed? I don't know. I've forgotten his name, but they bought a new player in the transfer window, didn't they?
Did they?
I'll find out.
Yeah.
I'll find out.
I think he might be Italian. I'm not sure.
They got Ibrahim Osman, which seems to have happened. Brighton have reached an agreement with some club I can't pronounce to sign coveted attacker Ibrahim Osman. The 19-year-old Ghanaian forward has been pursued by a host of clubs. I'm pretty sure this isn't who you're talking about. He's from a Danish team.
So you got Elias saying, I'm watching two things at one go. The Pakistan general elections results and talk and ball. Both are equally interesting. Thank you very much, Elias.
I don't know if that's good things about us or if it's bad things about the election.
It's not been very good news in Pakistan because the former president and a cricket icon in Imran Khan had got jailed for 10 years for, I think, corruption last week or so. So that's not very good. So things aren't very good in Pakistan at the moment. So hope things get better.
Yeah, definitely. Be thinking about them for sure.
Yeah, they signed Valentin Barco, left back from Boca Juniors. And they signed Adrian Mazzulu, who's from FCB Farrell, for $3 million.
He sounds feral.
They
rabid, maybe even.
Though, don't they?
Yeah.
They do have a really good scouting department. They pick up good players. Maybe these guys will really give us a run. I don't expect tomorrow to be easy by any stretch of the imagination. No way, no how.
I do. So just let's say hello to everyone and then we can talk about it. Marhai Hotspur says, my homies, ¿cómo están? Todo bien. Todo bien aquí. Aquí todo bien.
Así.
Ojalá todo bien con tú también, Leo. David Clark saying, no, because our signings are the same age as our academy players, so sorry, that doesn't wash. That young Swedish player will be playing for Spurs first team before or instead of any of our academy. No, what I was saying, David, is I was saying that with old players, when they leave, if we've got all these youngsters, then they can replace, and it may mean that we don't need to buy any further players. But as the way things stand at the moment, even with the young players, forget about the young players for a minute, with the players that we've registered for the squad and with the players that we've got on loan, we're really over. Yeah, we're over the quota of 25. Good afternoon, Senora Sievers. Hello.
Mi madre.
La madre de Colin. Orale.
Love you, Mama. Thanks for joining.
And we've got Nick De La Torre saying, "Claro que sí." We're turning into a Spanish channel. Castilian speaking channel. Hola, Nick De La Torre. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Todo bien?
Hola, mi amigo.
Mi amiguito Nick. So,
part of La Familia. Nick,
todos somos familia. Right,
always good to see new faces in here.
Go on then. So tomorrow you was going to talk about tomorrow's game.
Yeah, I don't expect it to be easy just because I think we tend to make everything harder than it needs to be. Should it be easy? Probably, but I just think that we'll, I don't know, shoot ourselves in the foot. Will we recover? Probably, but I do think that we might get scored on first. And it seems like it takes a goal to snap us into gear. We're slow out of the gates a lot of the time. Obviously, not all the time. Against Everton, we were awfully quick. But yeah, I don't know. I just predict a tough match, especially as a lot of these players haven't been playing together. I know they're practicing together. They're in training together every day. And I think this is Maddison's face right now, thinking about the options he's got to pass to tomorrow. Look how excited that man looks, and I would be too. Oh, look at that. Call Dog. That's what you guys are going to have. That's my new nickname. Mom says, love you, Call Dog, and much love to Ellie and Jose. Yes.
Yay.
Yes. There's a Nate Dog, a Snoop Dog, and a Cool Dog.
Yes.
And a hot dog.
And maybe I'm eating a hot dog. I love hot dogs. Yeah.
This is doggity good. And good afternoon, Adrian.
I wondered if Adrian was going to show up. Good afternoon, my friend.
Adrian, who will be at the ground tomorrow.
Yes, helping to be that 12th man you were talking about. Yeah.
So what I was going to say to your comment there, Colin, right? Mm-hmm. I'm jumping in, Ellie, because you haven't said it to him yet. But in my eyes, tomorrow should not be a problem. And the reason why I say this is we've got our squad back for the first time since the first 10 games unbeaten. Mm-hmm. We've got everyone back, right? So in them first 10 games, we would have been coached and we would have trained on patterns of play.
Yeah, of course.
Them patterns of play don't go away. Them patterns of play are instilled in them because they did it for 10 games together. So therefore, it's just the coaching that they got this week and whatever, but their patterns of play, they already know it. So it's not as if they're playing with each other from new and from scratch. They know each other's patterns of play because they had that instilled in pre-season and they had that for the first 10 games. So if the majority of that team, and even if the majority of that team starts tomorrow, then there should be no reason at all why they can't hit the ground running because the patterns of play are already been instilled before the injuries and the suspensions.
Yeah, I 100% hope you're right. I hope we see Kulu start. I hope we see him, like I said, taking the ball to the byline and wriggling past the defender and putting in a low cross. I think if we score, it'll be off of something like that. We frequently have those little cutbacks or low crosses into the box. I mean, yeah. Jose, you could be 100% right. I'm probably being a little pessimistic because Spurs fan, it happens to you. But I hope you're 100% right.
Would you reckon, Ellie?
Yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting match because we've got our more or less our full strength team to choose from, so it gives Ange a better standing on because like what you said about patches you should play, they haven't forgot them, and we were awesome in those first 10 games. All right, we didn't keep Ange ball up the whole of the match, but we kept it up a lot more than we were without them. All right, so I think it's still going to be a tough match. I think we're going to win by one goal. I said 3-2 on Kate's show earlier today and on Ash's show. So I'm thinking They're a very good side, Brighton, and they've had some very, very good results, and they've fallen off the wagon a couple of times here and there. But on the majority, we are the better team. We do play better football than them, would you believe? Because a lot of people give Brighton praise, but they're very stingy when it comes to Spurs' play. So I think we will pip it, but by 1 goal. And I think it's going to be like 2-2, and then we're going to get that late winner because we deserve a late winner after we've been letting a few in. But I'd like to add that Man City have let in more goals later on in the game than us. They've lost 6 points and we've only lost 5 points. But it's 5 points still. We can't scoff at it, so we have to make sure that we don't do silly things at the end of the game. And if we get ahead, stay ahead. That's what I say.
So for me, if anyone watches the Irish Hotspur, I'm one of the channels or creators that goes and does their predictions. And I did my prediction. And for the last 2 predictions, I've turned around and said, it's so difficult to predict what Tottenham are going to do and what kind of a Tottenham's going to turn up. Yeah. And the game is not played on paper, right? And the other thing I say always on the prediction shows, I don't care who plays for the other team, and I don't care what their strengths and weaknesses are. All I care of is about us. And tomorrow, I'm saying one more time, there is no excuse whatsoever. We have a full team tomorrow, a squad tomorrow to pick from. We have all the players that were in that first 10 games before everything went pear-shaped with injuries and suspensions. Everyone is available tomorrow.
Yeah, and
we looked a good side for the first. We looked a good side for the first 10 games, didn't we?
Yeah, and also we've got another centre back that we can call on as well.
That's true.
It's a very good thing to have in our armour.
I hope though that we don't have ourselves in a position where we need to put on another defender. You know what I mean? I hope that we are leading by so much that we can just smash our foot on the gas and continue to score goals, and maybe we'll put 3 or 4 past them. That's what I would love to see.
Right. Sorry, Smithy's just coming. Smithy, the predictions, some people have put them in, but I will not be chasing people on predictions anymore. So predictions, either you can put them in the WhatsApp groups, you can reach us on the socials on X, or you can put them in at the end of the show and that. But I won't be chasing people for predictions anymore. It's a lot of work.
I'll chase a little bit.
It's a lot of work, yeah, but you don't do the spreadsheet. So it's a lot of work, and then I've got to go and do the spreadsheet. So I'm not going to be around tomorrow. So if the predictions are done, they're done. If someone sends them and I haven't seen them, then I won't be doing them until Sunday. So
get those predictions in, everybody.
It all depends on the time stamp I see. But I'm not chasing anyone on them. So
And Lee, are you going to the match tomorrow as well? Let me know.
Yeah, let us know. Ellie's going to be there.
So Adrian, if you're still here, Ellie's going to be in block 258 tomorrow with the Greek posse.
Yes,
the Greek gang, the GGs.
Not the Greek pussies, the Greek posse.
yes. Don't call them that. That's a good way to get beat up, I feel like, over there.
Adrian's posted that he's posted a write-up in his Facebook Spurs group for the game. Right. Adrian has posted a long, detailed write-up. So if people want to join Spurs Diehards, it's a Facebook group that Adrian runs, and it has over 13,000 subs there.
Let me grab the link on that.
And people post player profiles of people that we're interested in. There's a whole load of stuff that goes on there. But Adrian's done a write-up there. So if you want to see Adrian's write-up or you want to become a member, just go over to the Facebook page.
Here's a link. It's an ugly looking link, but it takes you right there, guys.
And what you do, you'll be asked a series of questions. You'll be asked how long you've been a Spurs fan for, who's your favourite player of all time, and you'll be asked for a memorable occasion at Tottenham for you. And then if you agree the group rules, then one of the admins will allow you in. Everyone on Talk and Ball is an admin there as well. So, but it's a good group to join. Let's get Adrian's group higher than what it is at the moment.
Absolutely. And then real quick, I just wanted to we're going to get back on track, and I'm off track here, but my mom says, sorry, she missed last week. She may be so far down the list, she may just give up. No, don't give up. That's dumb.
You're not that far down the list, Julie. You are 16th.
I'm 10th for what it's worth.
So you're not that far down the list at all, Julie. It's worth entering. Not everyone plays every week. Colin knows this already. Not everyone gets every result in every week. So at the end of the day, it's still worth entering. If you've entered up until now, just continue to enter. At the moment, all I have is Ronnie, Beer Talk, and myself are the only three that have put results in so far. I expect there to be a bum rush of them tonight. I'm going to do.
That's the problem.
But if I get them all once, Ellie, it's easier for me to do because I'll sit here and if it takes me an hour and a half to do them all, I'll just get them all done. But I don't want to go do them, go away, come back and do some more, go away tomorrow, do some more. Sunday, I don't want to keep doing them. I'd rather just do them and done. So
get it out the way.
We need to make a deadline time. That's what we need to do is have a deadline.
The deadline, look, the deadline's always going to be as long as I get them before 12:30, before the first match kicks off. But what I'd rather do is get them all in the bulk, because if you get them all in the bulk, you get them out of the way. I don't mind doing. Let's make it
easy. Let's make it easy for Jose, because I had no idea. I should have thought about it, but you're putting an immense amount of time into this, and so guys, let's think about that. Let's think about and
the chasing that I was putting in through groups and stuff like that. I'm not doing it anymore. If people want to do the predictions, they will. I'm not chasing anyone. Simple as. No hard or fast. I ain't chasing no one. I'm too old in the tooth. And my children are grown-ups as well now. I ain't chasing no one. I ain't telling people what to do. Just do it if you want, and if you don't do it. Easy done.
Love it.
So you're not chasing women anymore, Jose?
I gave that up years ago, Els.
He was pretty good at it, though, from what I understand.
And what I also gave up is trying to think what a woman thinks as well. I did that. I gave that up when I was about 20 years of age. I gave that
up. Hard. That's tough.
That's tough. Brain?
What my father taught me. My father's passed away. He passed away 20 odd years ago. But one thing he taught me when I was a youngster, he said, whatever you do, don't try and think like a woman or try and get into their mind, because you'll end up going to your grave not succeeding. So from that day onwards, I stopped. I ain't done it, and that's why.
Your dad gave you some wise words there.
Yeah, very smart man.
And I give that to my boys as well. I've told my boys as well, and I'll share that with you. If there's all you men out there, don't even try and think and second guess at a woman, because you'll end up losing. No point.
Everybody, wise words. You don't just get football talk here. You get life lessons.
At the end of the day, all I do is I smile. I smile and I say yes all the time, and I'm surrounded by women, and that's all I ever do. Smile and say yes. And at the end of the day, I just make contact, just make sure they think you're listening to them, and I just nod away, do all the proper signals and that.
Chores, whatever chores you've been assigned.
So that you're listening, but then at the end of the day, whether you've heard them or not is another matter. But just make sure that you're attentive to them and that they feel that they're being heard. And if you do that, you won't go far wrong.
Boom. Like I said, life lessons here on Talking Ball. You don't get those on every channel, guys.
Listen,
so
we know you men don't listen to us women. It's only when we talk ball that you listen to us.
I'm staying out of this one. I don't want to get myself in trouble. My wife watches these, so I got to be careful.
Right. So we have Kismat.
What's up, Kismat?
That's Is that Kieran? Is that his name, Kieran? That's the guy that Spurs in India. He was one of the guys that.
Oh, nice.
He did the show with Ash. I'm sure that's him. But anyway, thank you for being here. But Barrett disdain again saying, I agree with Jose. It was close to full strength we can be.
Yep.
Chan has come in, and Chan has said, Justin from Dean Jones Soccer Reports at Spurs. Spurs have joined the race to sign Atletico Bilbao forward Nico Williams. Take this with a pinch of salt. I believe it when Fabrizio reports this rumour. Nico Williams is available at the end of this season. Nico Williams would improve us immensely.
That's a good player.
He's young and he runs at players, at pace, at speed. So when you're looking at someone like Jeremy Doku, then you're looking at someone like Nico Williams, similar type of player. Although I feel that Nico's got more in product than Doku. But I'm just saying that because he plays for Spain and I watch him play for the national side. I don't watch him playing for Bilbao, but I do watch him play for the national side.
I know him from FIFA, and he's a pretty good player on there. So that's all I got.
Lee Smith's not there tomorrow. Oh, then he's back. He's back again. You back
Ellie's
again?
back again.
Sorry. You know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to do some promo and I can't do it because you go into
Ellie.
YouTube, it cuts you off.
So
Lee's not
Lee's not there.
multitasking.
Lee's not there tomorrow, Lee.
Really good at.
Yeah, Ellie. Lee's not going to be there tomorrow, but he'll be back for Wolves.
Yeah.
So if you make that match.
That's a shame. But I'll be at the Wolves match as well. So
Lee, are you and your daughter going to watch it on TV at least? Does she like Spurs? She is a Spurs supporter. I like Barbaric's comment here. I love it. I love it. He's got the Van der Ven syndrome. Jose gave up chasing women due to a dodgy hamstring. I love it. I love
that.
Big up, Barbaric. And speaking of big ups, the biggest of up to the number one cobber ever. Look who's here, guys. It's David Shear. I added him on Facebook today. David, I hope you saw that request.
David, can I ask you a question, mate? Right, I've got you on Facebook already, David, but I got another request from you. So I'm not sure whether you've been hacked or not, because I've got your first one. I was already friends with you, and now I've received the second one, David. So I haven't accepted the second one. I don't know whether I should or shouldn't. You'll have to let me know, mate.
Yeah, because he was saying something about that he got hacked.
Oh, maybe I added the wrong David Shear. We'll talk about this after the show for sure.
I think the one with the dogs is not in.
Okay, well then I added the right one. Then.
Yeah.
It looks just like his picture here. Is the one I added. Yeah. Phil P says life lessons. Woo!
Yeah.
And David is saying hello to everybody. Of course, hello. And John Fitzpatrick is in the house.
Good afternoon,
Ireland.
John Fitz.
We've got Australia, England, Ireland, U.S. We're a very and Chang in Malaysia. We've got everybody watching. We've got some people in India too. It seems like. So yeah, we're really a multicultural, multinational show today. Love it, everybody.
And we've got Wayne Bonner, and I'm plugging in your scores right now as we speak.
Big up, Wayne. Thank you for getting those in, man. We appreciate you. Yes, thank you, sir. And I was going to put this up. I never put it up. But, guys, Premier League predictions. That is today. Get your predictions in, of course, to take part in our predictions league. If you remember correctly, a correct guess, the correct winner, guessing the correct winner scores you 1 point. And then getting the correct result gets you 3. And Jose, you want me to throw up last week's guesses and table?
Yeah, you can do, mate. If people haven't seen them, you can do.
Yeah, let me get the comment off here so we're not blocking anything. Boop. And then banners. Boop. And here we go. So here's last week. Here are the guesses for last week. Last week's everybody who entered and their guesses. Pretty good amount of orange on there. Those are all 1 point. And then there's some greens you'll see for the 3 points. I will say that this past week wasn't as good as the week before. The week before we had some great people with some great results for people. Not as good this week. But this might be Jose's lowest scoring week yet. This most recent one. But
I've been scoring lately. I've been scoring 5s and 6s and maybe 7s. But Hotspurs has always got 1 point more than me for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and therefore he's catching me up. He's eating into the lead that I did have. But other people have done more. Last week, not this week, last week, Bobby K got 11.
Yeah.
Bobby K did really well last week, got 11.
And see, Mom, if you're still watching, that's why you need to continue. You could have a week like that and zoom right up the table.
Robbie at Lily White Lane, right at the bottom there, he entered for the first time. He got 1 green and 5 oranges.
Yeah, his first time he's in 38th. Yeah, and here's the top of the table too. So we still got Jose there, and you still got what 8 point lead on Tot Spurs, but Tot Spurs is eating into that. Chris Meta Football hasn't played in a while. I feel like
Chris played last week.
Oh, he did. Okay, cool.
Last week, but Chris had missed 2 weeks, so
look at that. Still third place.
So the people in green are the noticeable people that climbed or made movements in the league and scored lots of points to make them move up the table. So the ones in green are the ones that are notable that did move up the table.
Oh my God, Bob K's right up my butt.
Yeah,
He's coming. He's coming for you.
Yeah.
He sure is. Look at me down there in 10th. This is going to be a good week for me, though. I feel it. And then obviously we highlighted Robbie just because of the wonderful week he had. Big up Robbie from Lily White Lane. And that's last week's, guys. We want to, of course, make sure you get your predictions in for this week. We want you to climb up that table. We want to knock Jose off that top spot one day. And that's not going to happen in a week. That's going to take some time. But we can do it, I think, guys. I think we can knock him off his throne. All love in the world to you, Jose, but I want to knock you off that first place throne. David Shearer, though, is big enough, everyone. Sorry.
Right. So David Shearer, remember, I don't know whether you're still with us, you can hear. I have received another friend's request from you on Facebook. I didn't accept it because I was already friends with you with another account, so I wasn't sure. So you'll have to let me know, mate. Right. So who have I got here? We have got Sanchez from Bethnal Green saying, Hola El Tel, where you from? I'm from León in España originally. Sanchez, mis padres son de Galicia, de La Coruña, son gallegos. Y yo vivo en Inglaterra, pero si quieres soy gallego primero, castellano segundo. Hopefully you got that.
Your accent is top notch, and I understood 2 or 3 of those words. So Spanish 3 in high school helps me tiny bit.
Well, no, I spoke Spanish, but what I said is I'm Galician first, Gallego first, and Castellano Spanish second. So I'm going to pick my region first before being a nationalist.
I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, you got to rep where you're, where you came from.
And David Shearer's been a member for a month, and he's got a super chat, or he's member for the month comment, which says he says Spurs will win 2-1.
Big up. Hey, I just want to say, first of all, member for a month. Thank you so much, David, for all of your contributions monetarily to the channel. You're helping definitely us keep this content coming. We really do appreciate it, man. It means a lot. It means a lot to us.
She's changed her badge there, but look who it is. It's Kate. Good evening, Kate.
Yeah, Kate, you're feeling better. You're feeling better. It's been a while. It's been a good while.
She's changed her thing.
I'm glad you're on the mend.
And she did a show yesterday with Jimbo. We just did one, and she just sent me a picture because they wanted fish and chips, and she's got scampi and chips. Go on, Kate. She loves scampi.
I'm hungry now. You guys, everybody's always. Oh, it's 11:11. I'm gonna have to order pizza or something. I don't feel like cooking. I'm lazy today, everybody.
It's Friday. Yes. I have the takeaway.
Yeah, it's Friday. Payday. I deserve it. I'm working hard.
Yeah. And tomorrow at the Spurs ground, there's Chick King, which is absolutely brilliant.
I love me some Chick King. I need some peri chicken just right now. Just anywhere. Yeah. Just give me some peri chicken.
I love peri chicken.
Oh my God, me too. Of course you do. I'm so jealous. I would be eating it every day.
Restaurants and
I'd go broke. Yeah. I would go broke. I swear I would.
That's why I'm broke.
Sanchez says proper geezer. I'm Basque. And then has the hand. So Jose, you've got another another homie here. Sanchez, very very happy to have you here, my man.
He says I'm a proper geezer and he's Basque. So tú eres vasco y yo gallego.
So different regions, right? You guys are from different regions.
He's from the Basque region and I'm from Galicia. Smithy, you haven't given me the score for Crystal Palace Chelsea, mate. I've put all your scores in, but I ain't got Crystal Palace Chelsea.
Boom.
Yeah. So I've got all your scores by one result.
Big up, Lee. Thank you for getting those in, man. We appreciate you big time. David Shearer's up late. David, do you ever sleep? Do people on that side of the world not need as much sleep as people on this side of the world? Talking Beer says, David, I thought you were going to sleep. Maybe he's up early. Who knows? David, let us know. Are you up early? Are you up late?
No, mate, for David Shearer, the time now is 1:13 in the morning in his part of Australia. But as opposed to Shanata is 3 hours later. So Shanata's now gone to bed. but Shanata was here an hour ago when it was 3:15 in the morning in Oz, and they were still with us. So
Wow.
There you go. Well, hey, Shanetta, if you're watching this back on repeat, hope the nails turned out awesome. Big up. And maybe if we win tomorrow, I'm going to make you do your nails every night before a Spurs match, because then that'll be our good luck charm. I love it. Love it there. And guys, the last thing I wanted to do was see what your Okay, well, I wanted to do predicted lineups. Would you rather do that or a keeper West Ham?
So we can do both.
Hell yeah, we can. All right, sweet.
Should we do? Let's do a keeper West Ham first, and then we'll do the predicted lineups, and then we can just throw the question, what people think is going to happen to tomorrow, what the scores are going to be or whatever. So yeah, do a keeper West Ham, then we'll predict the lineups quickly.
Nobody leave. This is not an exit video. All right, here we go. Everybody, it is that time of the show. It is game show time. And so, yeah, we're here with Keeper West Ham, the internet's favorite Tottenham game show. And we bring you today 3 players. We're doing the keep, bench, sell model that we've been working on for a while here. Today, we usually go similar positions, and today's position is right back. And here is your choices. Remember, we've got to keep 1, bench 1, and sell 1. We've got Kyle Walker, Kieran Trippier, and Pedro Porro. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. And you got to send one to West Ham. West Ham's. So, guys, yeah, this is the one for today. It might be easy for some people, but I thought they were all good players for us. I thought they all contributed quite a bit. Pedro Porro obviously still contributing, but even Trippier, who kind of got shit on at times, I feel like was good for us. So yeah, I like this one. I think it's a little tough, but we'll see. We've already got some answers. First of all, Phil P says that bid was, and I can't see the emojis, but hopefully he loved it.
There's a chef and there's a smiling face with a
little kiss.
I think it's a chef. Yes, it looks like a kiss as well.
Yeah, chef's kiss. Perfect. Well, hey, I'm glad you liked it, Phil. It's very old. That's a young Colin in that video. But glad that you liked it. But yeah, so we've already got Talking Beer's answer. He says keep Porro, bench Walker, sell Trips. I would say that's fair. But is it just me? I see a lot of similarities between Pedro Porro and Trippier and the way they play. To me, they're not that different of players. Obviously, one is playing for us now, and one's playing for Newcastle, and I know that has that'll weigh in on things. But remember, and actually, I'll kind of flip it. These are all players in their prime, not right now. Lee Smithy Smith, keep Walker, bench Porro, sell Trips. It seems like Trips is the unfortunately the one who is gonna have to make way. Not for you? Yay!
No, not for
Good.
me.
I love when the answers vary a bit. Talking Beer says Walker off the bench would be deadly to tired legs. That is a fact. He's not as fast as Van de Ven, though. Just throwing that out there.
I haven't seen this one because you did this one, so this is yours. So I haven't seen it. Right.
Yeah.
I'm keeping them and benching them and selling them from left to right.
Oh wow. You're selling Pedro Porro.
Yeah.
Dang. I like that.
Your Spanish compadre.
Yeah.
I know,
because Colin said the magical words. You've got to take it as you see it, but Colin said the magical words at the start. Today we're doing right backs. So for right backs, that's the way I'm looking at it, as for right backs. So people playing the right back position. Porro's not playing the right back position. He's not playing the right back position, but
he's some kind of a wing back hybrid thing.
The other two play right back positions, and for me, I think Walker for his pace and Walker had never done us a bad turn. Walker played well for us, and because of his pace, and he's gone on to learn so much more about his game, and he can also cover in at centre half as well, quite comfortably in the 3. So therefore, I'd keep Walker. Trippier, you tell me how many more players there are in the Premiership that get more assists than this fella. This fella goes down the right and he assists after assist after assist after assist, and I'm just like, wow. He just keeps.
Could you imagine having him sending balls into Richarlison?
So with Walker, so with Trips does what we want someone to do. We want someone at Tottenham under Andy's system to bloody cross the ball into the box. Trips does that.
Yeah.
Trips crosses the ball. So for me, Trips is the one that I'm going to bench, and Porro, because you gave it the magic green light by saying it's right back.
Yeah.
Because you said that, I'm selling Porro.
And I set myself up for that.
And that's the only reason why I'm doing it that way. However, had you not said the word right backs and you said whatever, then I'd have to think of a way of why I would keep these players and what would the reasons be for me keeping the players. But it's only because you said the word right backs that I've gone down that route.
Hey, I said it. Yeah, absolutely. That's fair. Fair enough. So what position would you say that Porro is playing?
Porro's playing inverted and all over the shop, isn't he?
Yeah. I guess he lines up as a right back. I guess.
Porro, when the whistle goes, he might be, and then he just goes straight up and goes into the 10, the 10 run.
Right. That's true. So for you, it's left to right. I think Kyle Walker has to stay in some capacity.
Hold on. Let Ellie have a go because you did this one.
I know. Els, what you got for us?
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard because I like all 3 players for different reasons.
But it's up to you, Ellie, whether you want to take his words literally that he said right back. And they said that right at the start, didn't he? Say tonight it's all about the right backs. Yeah. So that's why I've taken it literally because he said right backs.
I did.
Yeah. I'll have to agree with you, Jose, because however you look at it, the other 2 they've just done more than Porro. He's only been with us for a year and a half, really. So you can't really base it on that. And the other, I think Trippier played 2 seasons for us, if I'm right. He might have played 2, but I think it was 3. Walker was just sorting that out. Our stadium and Man City, he's even gone to the higher stadium Man City. So
improved at City, yeah, for sure.
Even though I do love Porro, and I don't want to send him to West Ham because they don't deserve him, but he's going to improve their team as well. I have to put the other 2 ahead. Very difficult though because I feel sad.
Yeah. This was a tough one. I wanted to make it tough, but a little different than normal. So Daniel Sandoval says, "I'll keep all." You can't do that, Daniel. David Shear says, "Geez, same Dan." So he's trying to keep them all too. It looks like. We've got a special guest in the house. It is Jacob from United Spurs of America. Big up in everyone. Jacob, what is up, man? Hope you are well. Hope everything's going good in your life. Miss you, buddy. And then everyone's saying hey to Jacob. Audio Artisan comes in and says, I think Porro is the best right wing player at the club right now for Ange's system. Better than BJ and better than Kulu. That's interesting.
Quite possibly. I'm not going to disagree with that, but you asked the question about right back. And that's the only reason why I asked it.
David Shears saying keeps bench, sell, keep. So he would bench Kyle Walker, he would sell Trips, and he would keep Pedro Porro, it looks like. Sanchez was saying that he couldn't hear you, Beth, or Els. So I think you might have been covering up your mic again a little bit.
Did you hear me when I done keep all West Ham?
I heard the end.
I did.
Heard the end. Okay, good.
Shall I repeat what I said then?
Can you?
Yeah.
Do you mind?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically I said Kyle Walker's been awesome for us. Trippier, you can't go against him because of what he did for us as well. And then he went to Atletico Madrid, won the league, and now he's like assisting for Newcastle, and everywhere he's been, it's been like that. So even though Porro's fabulous, he's only been back for a year and a bit. So I have to put the other two ahead of him. But I do love Porro, and I don't want to send him there because he'll make their team better, much better. Yeah, it's I found that very hard, gentlemen. I did.
Good. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted.
Try because I love Porro. I really do.
Yeah. Okay, and this is important here too. Everybody, make sure if you're watching this is a dual stream. It's just like it sounds.
Come over and support me at LTEL Cockerel. I'm really struggling for subscriptions, so please come over. It's all right watching me here because you can watch me on both the channels, and I am a co-host here, but I've got my own channel, and it's probably the smallest channel of the Tottenham fan base on YouTube because I've only got like 166 maybe subs, and I just want to grow the channel as well at the same time as being here. So please, if you can, go over there and support me.
Definitely. And you can watch, like Jose said, you can watch from either channel. It does not matter at all whether you watch here, whether you watch there. I mean, it's the same content both places. So go hang out at LTEL Cockerel. Make sure that you've subscribed, hit the bell, like. Go like. And I always say this, but just hit the like on previous videos. It takes 2 seconds. It helps everything a lot. We would appreciate that, and most of all, Jose would appreciate you. Holy moly, look at this, guys. David Shear has gifted 1 Talking Ball membership. Supporting
and it's gone to Talking Beer.
Talking Beer is back, baby. Yes.
Right.
Look at
David, I've got a question for you again, David. Right. You sent me another request on Facebook. Now, I had you already with a dog picture, and we were messaging each other and all that whilst you had that, and now I've received one that's not a dog picture. Which is the one that I need to be looking at, the dog or the other one?
Good question. We'll find out.
It says that's me. Which one is you, David? Is it the one that I've just received, or is it the dog one?
Let us know. And Sanchez says 167 now, Alto. So
thank you very muchas gracias, Sanchez. Obrigado.
Boom. I love it. I love the camaraderie too. It's beautiful stuff. Audio Artisan says you need to do a dog rap. The subs will fly in. I think that might be a reference to my cat rap that is on.
The one. Channel. Right. So David Shear is now confirming that his picture that he's got is the one. So if any guys have received it from David, then this is a legitimate one because it's his picture that he's got here.
Okay.
Right, so David, if I'm accepting this one, am I deleting the dog one?
And I also like Talking Beer saying
Nick. He's got an account which has a dog.
He's just
okay. Right, so if anyone's got the dog one, because I can see you've got quite a few from the Spurs community in the dog one, David. So I'm just gonna get rid of the dog one. And then I'll just keep this one. So David, I'm going to do that now, mate. All right.
So somebody hacked his account then, didn't
he? He says that's correct, mate. So yeah, that sucks, man. How does that even happen? People have nothing better to do. People sure stink.
Phil P just sent me the ticket, because I'm buying it off him, and he sent me this funny thing of Daniel Levy. I'm going to forward it to you. It is so funny.
Yes, please do. I want to play this again just because it makes me laugh every time I play it. And this is what I said Sonny is going to be saying to Richarlison after Richarlison's been scoring all these goals. Sonny wants back in. He's going to say this.
Could you please get up off the toilet? I got the shit, bitch.
And that is going to be that's Sonny. That's Sonny coming back in. He wants on that throne, man. He wants to sit up there and get the goals, and he will. I think Sonny scores tomorrow, and I also think he starts. I know we're getting ready to get into lineups now.
Check your WhatsApp, Colin. You'll see what I mean. It's so funny.
Oh yeah, let me take a look now.
It's really funny.
Oh heck yeah! Let me see if I can get that on for everybody here.
It's so funny.
Save.
Phil P's a laugh, isn't he? Oh my god.
Phil P is awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to just transfer him the money after the show.
She's not transferring you that money, Phil. She's keeping it. She's not going to pay you. I know Ellie all too well.
No,
That's her. That's
we have to do good by our own people at least.
yeah.
The minimum.
If it was a West Ham fan selling you that ticket, it might be another story.
One, as they say in London.
So David, I've unfriended the one with the dog, and I've accepted your request now. I suggest if anyone's got David with the dog, unfriend that one, and await David to send you a new friends request to anyone that's in the Spurs community that's friends with David.
David Shire.
Absolutely.
Shear, sorry.
Shear, yeah. David Shear, the man, the myth, the legend, David Shear. Starts.
Yeah, I've got his proper one.
Boom. And let me make sure I get this. I'm saving this video. You guys, yeah. So we've got a match tomorrow. We need to get our lineups out there. Who we think is going to start. And again, thank you, Jose, for helping us with the David Shear thing and making sure that nobody is friends with the hacked account and doesn't mess up your account. And so thank you. Good job for that. David said he had to change all his passwords and reported and blocked him. Good deal. And everybody do the same thing. So boom. Boom.
And the photo on the other account was of his 15-year-old English staffy as well.
Oh, that's
Somebody hacked the account. Maybe somebody who knows him. That's really bad.
Yeah, it is not cool at all. But we'll make sure that everybody blocks him.
So you're aware he sent you a request as well. So you're going to have to do the same thing. Unfriend the dog and friend David because David's got his own picture, the same as what he's got here.
Gotcha.
I don't. Did you hear a name called Jay Gupta?
No, I googled it.
No.
Are we being trolled here a little bit? Jay Gupta. Right. Ohio State University. I don't know. I don't know.
Right. So for me, you're talking about the predicted lineups. Ellie, I'm not going to be ladies first. I'm going to jump in because mine's nice and easy, unless yours is easier than mine.
No, fine.
So
my predicted lineup is the only player that I'm toing and froing with. So I'm going back to the first 10 games, the side that we had out week in, week out. The only change that I would make is I think Bentancur may start over Bissouma. Because if Sarr comes back in, that's your legs for you straight away. So I'm thinking, to me, it's going to be the same back five that we've had. The midfield is going to be Sarr, Maddison, and one of Bissouma or Bentancur. And I think the front three is going to be Sonny, Richie, and Kulu. Everybody that's come in, everyone that's played their part during suspensions, during injuries, during AFCONs, during Asia Cups, all these people, thank you very much. You've done us a turn. You've done well. But we're reverting back to type, I think. And we're going to go back to the team that we had before. Although I think that Bentancur may get a start over Bissouma.
I hope so.
Ellie?
I hope so.
Yeah. I think it's going to be Bissouma, Sarr and Maddison midfield. Because I think, having watched Kulu, he's lost a little bit of form. And also he's running out of steam after about 55, 60 minutes. So I'm thinking he might start Bissouma. That's the only change I can see. And then Sonny in for Werner and Kulu in for Brennan.
So Talking Beer's gone. Talking Beer's gone for exactly the same lineup I've gone for.
Yeah.
So he's done it the other way around. It says Vicario, Porro, VDB, Romero, Destiny, Bentancur, Sarr, Maddison, Kulu, Richie, Son. For me personally, that'll frighten the life out of any team. And then if they played to their capabilities, this lot, after about 60 minutes or in the second half, if you need to change it up, when you've then got the speed of Werner, the speed of Johnson if you need it, and you've also got the guile of the Celso, or you can switch Maddison. If Maddison needs to come off, you can have revert Kulu back into the Maddison role, bring the Celso into the Maddison role. Then you've also got Bissouma providing Bentancur starts, you can fit Bissouma back into this in your 5 as well. You know, there's options. We've got options. Tomorrow we're talking options, big time. So
definitely, yeah, for sure. And
Sanchez is agreeing with Talking Beer and myself. Wayne Bonner is going for Vic in goal, Porro, Romero, VDV, Doggy. Yeah, he's doing the same midfield, but he's got Werner in instead of Kulu.
Ooh, it all depends on exactly what coach wants. You know what I mean? It's interesting because we have these players that offer different things. And even after half of a season or more, I'm still not sure that I know exactly what Ange wants to set out and do. I need to go back maybe and watch more Celtic matches. I don't know if he's trying to bring over that exact philosophy, that exact play style. Maybe he just does adjust a little bit to what he has, and so maybe it will be different here. People are saying, you know, Kulu's not the type of midfielder, not the type of winger that he usually plays with. But I mean, it's kind of.
But the thing is, Colin, for me, right, watching Post Ange at Celtic, the players that he had playing in the front 3 were players that must have played on their natural wing. Because I forever and a day remember them going past players and cutting the ball across the box.
Yeah.
So not cool, like opposite of Kulu.
And Kyogo was getting on the end of absolutely everything because Kyogo was a sacrificial lamb, a bit like Richie is for us. But Kyogo got 28 goals in that system, and Richie started scoring goals as well. But we're not getting past the man and getting it into Richie, are we? So you know, at the end of the day, it's he does tweak it a little bit. And it could also be as well, and I think Ellie's been on a show when I discussed this before, but it could also be that slowly catch the monkey is that you've got to change the squad. You've got to change the squad bit by bit.
Slowly catch the monkey.
Yeah, and what you've got at the moment is you've got round pegs in square holes. He's got people doing jobs, but you know, if he's going to be, I want him to be here for the whole 4 years and longer, to be honest, because the football's a breath of fresh air. But I've got a feeling that some players that we've got at the moment, that even Kulu, I said that Kulu maybe moved on the year after next. And what you do is you bring players to fit the roles that you want as you adapt your team. So, you know, at the end of the day, he does tweak it, Colin. He plays a bit differently. He does tweak it.
Yeah, and I mean, and you still see Kulu beat a man and get to the byline. I mean, he just does it in a very strange way. It's not nearly as direct, but a lot of his best passes to me have come from him literally being on the goal line, like almost out of play, and then sneaking around the defender and then putting the ball just low and into the box. It's similar to Kulu.
Kulu's not done that. A lot of Kulu stuff's come from crosses with his left foot, where he's going down the right, doesn't go past the player, comes back on himself and crosses it in with his left foot. He's not gone down and crossed it in with his right foot because he doesn't.
No, you're right. It is left footed. He does turn and then put it in left footed, but he does get further down the pitch than I thought that he would.
What he does, he links up with Porro, right? And then he gets Porro to slip it to him, and then he goes with his right foot, and then he checks back on his left.
That's right. And he
on the byline. That's what he does.
Yeah, and it's always his left foot.
Right foot, but he will go with his right foot first, take it to the byline, back 4 or 5 yards only, because he's right close to the goal, and then he checks back.
Yeah, exactly what I've noticed. I didn't explain it very well, but Ellie, 100%, that is what I've noticed as well.
So you've got Paul G. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Paul G's done a shift because Paul G's still in Paris, and Paul G was on the show earlier because I was commenting about him in Paris. As I said, Paul, have a really good remainder of your time in Paris tonight, and all the best, safe journey back home tomorrow, mate. And we'll see you when you're back in Blighty, yeah.
I wish I was there with you, Paul G. I went for my 40th wedding anniversary, and it was so romantic. It was unbelievable. It's a beautiful city. It's lovely. And
I've never been to Paris.
Restaurants. You've got to go to Paris, Colin.
Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful there.
Are French
Lovely.
people nice? I know that's a very
I'm not
blanket
gonna
statement.
comment. I'm not
I don't
gonna
know if
comment.
French people like American tourists. That's my main thing. I just want to
I'm
make
not
sure
gonna
that
comment.
I'll just not be
We
annoying.
met quite a lot of Americans at the American tourists at the where was it? At the Champs-Élysées. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it's nice. And at the Eiffel Tower when we had a meal up there. My daughter took for us.
Ooh,
It was
that
so
sounds
lovely.
lovely.
It
Yeah.
was beautiful.
Us Americans are friendly,
And-
and I think people are friendly everywhere. You can't say a whole entire
Yeah.
country
The
full of
Eiffel
people aren't
Tower,
nice.
it looks small on telly, but it's massive.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let me tell you about my opinion on Paris. Paris is the same as any big city that you go to. You got the nice parts and you got the ruffian parts. Now, apart from being at, say, the L'Arc de Triomphe or the Eiffel Tower, or the Champs-Élysées and stuff like that. Apart from the nicer places that you've got in France, which are them ones, the rest of France, the rest of Paris is split up into 25 quarters. They call it quarters.
Yeah.
But it's not circles, but it's 25 of them. So it's 25 quarters that they do it into. And I'll tell you what, the majority of them quarters, because I went and I had to assess the whole of Paris for work in 2016. And when I was out there, I thought it was like being in Leighton. I thought I was in East London in some of the parts that I went in.
I didn't visit those parts those days.
Yeah,
Thank
I'll
God.
tell you what. So you go when you go down to where you're in the quarter where Roland Garros is. Where Roland Garros is really beautiful and really nice and really well kept. Come away from Roland Garros all the way up to, and it's not far, but to the Paris Saint-Germain Stadium.
Yeah.
Okay, you're liking East London. It's all East London, and even the whole area around the PSG Stadium. It reminds me of being up in East London. It really looks like East London big time, or Newham, East London, all that type of area. It's just
Your boy Sanchez says he's driven through the rough bits of Paris. Oh man, some of it are like graffiti Bethnal Green days.
There you go. Look, Sanchez knows the score. He's been there as well.
Love it. And then
I'll tell you what.
Phil P's happy saying big up Leighton.
Big up Leighton. Yeah, I'll tell you what's nicer than Paris is Nice. Nice is lovely, right? And
Hugo's hometown, right?
Yeah, Hugo's. They love him over there, by the way. And
statue. Does he have a statue?
There's a place up in the mountains, a little bit out of Nice, but I think it's in the province of Nice, if I'm correct. It's called Saint Paul de Vence. It's absolutely stunning. It's up in the mountains. It's such a beautiful place.
So
I'm a mountains guy.
Nice is in the south of France, across from Marseille, and the whole southern quarter is full of North Africans. So you've got loads of Algerians, loads of Moroccans, loads of Tunisians. A whole load of North Africans live down in the south of France.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
When we went to the pizza place, it was North African people because we
that
went
explains,
for pizza.
Like the French national team and stuff too. There's a lot of North African players that colonization, I guess, and that's a shitty thing.
Imagine all those countries if those boys they were in their own countries, how good their countries would be at football. But Nice, I mean France whip up all the North African players, don't they?
They really do. Conte.
Swap's just telling us that Jay Gupta is a left back of an Indian club called Goa FC. He's 1 week back, and at Invert the Wing mentioned his name, that he could be in the doggy backup. He said that we tapped into the Korean market by signing Son. So what they're saying is tapping the Asian market. This guy could be someone that we could tap into. Who's a good left back there. Okay. Smithy is saying to you, Colin.
I get it now. I'm with it now that we've had
read out what it says, Ellie. Have a listen.
some nice looking French sorts out there. Call my man.
Yes.
Right, but yesterday, Smithy put you missed it, Ellie. Yesterday, Smithy put something in the chat about sorts. Colin read it out and was nonplussed.
I was just okay.
And I was pissing myself laughing. Colin didn't understand what he was saying.
Didn't know what he meant.
No, so I had to explain to Colin what sorts meant.
A bit of all right.
if you would have put fit birds, I would have understood. But
Yeah.
But it's funny.
I'm still learning.
It's a new word that it's a new word. It's a new word that Lee has now taught Colin. It's salts.
Yeah. See,
I'm going to bring it to Evansville, Indiana. We're gonna bring it all the way here, man.
We're properly colonizing America now, aren't we?
and colonizing too. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, colonizing. You see how I put that in?
I like that. That was good. That was a good one, else.
You got Talking Beer Nick saying, I could take you places in Little Rock that would make you piss your pants. It even scares me, and I've lived in Chicago.
I live in a hard area too, my man, but maybe not as hard there. I'll come visit. We're gonna have to do a show together in person. Nick,
and Sanchez Bethnal Green says pie and mash at the O's ground, the Orient's ground. Pie and mash.
Yum. I'm hungry.
I've got a funny story when I went to Paris as well, guys. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, let me just catch up with the chat and you can go. Right, there's only 4 or 5 comments. Phil P.
Yeah.
I have a lovely niece. Huge love to her. Woo! You've got Paul G saying Paris is like London. So it says Paris is similar to London. Some super rough and other parts are beautiful. Sanchez is saying Spurs birds are the best. Talking Beer says salts, chicks, birds. Yeah, that's the kind of thing Talking Beer. David C says no sauce, Colin. I'm out. Raz Malai, hiya, says please Spurs fans, can you screw Arsenal?
We will do our best. Who do you support? Just out of curiosity, if you're not a Spurs fan and you hate Arsenal, who's your team, my guy? But yeah, we'll get him. We're gonna get him. Don't worry.
And this one's for you because who's LR? I don't know where LR is.
Oh, so he's saying he lives 3 hours now from Little Rock, Arkansas.
Okay.
This area is so much better. I don't even have to lock my car. Shoot, I just moved to it. I lived in a neighborhood where I didn't have to lock my car, and now that I've moved and bought this house, I'll be honest, the neighborhood's a little bit worse. So I lock my car now just to be safe. But
you got a garage in your house.
Yeah. I have 2 cars, so I have to park one out front and
stick one on the roof.
There you go. Or I could probably smash both of them in the garage if I didn't matter. You know, if they'll scrunch a little bit.
Get a hoist and hoist the car onto the roof.
There you go. Yeah, that's a good idea. Absolutely.
Lee Smithy Smith, your woohoos have got to be louder than that, guys.
Woo! I don't want to blow anybody's eardrums out. But yes.
This is a French fry.
Right. So David's just saying good sorts have to in Esperance. So in Esperance they've got good sorts where he's.
I bet they do. I bet Australian. Yeah, I bet.
Ellie, your Paris story for us.
Yeah, the Paris, right. So I went into a patisserie and there was lovely French sticks. Absolutely beautiful. You know, different ones as well. So we got some French sticks. And then I wanted some margarine. I wanted some butter. Right. So I'm going up to the counter and I'm saying, have you got any butter? Because I don't know what butter is in French. And I had my phone, so I could have done a translate, but I didn't, like an idiot. And I'm going, margarina. Butter. And they didn't know. They was like looking dumb at me. And then this French lady who knew English, she translated it for me. And they go, oh! And they gave me this beautiful.
What did they say? Ah, Macarena.
Oh my god! I have to make sure I use my Google Translate all the time now.
I'm glad that it exists. It helps me
what
out.
What is butter or margarine in French?
I can't remember. The lady said, "Let me Google Translate."
It is B-E-U-R-R-E.
Different, totally different.
Yeah, the pronunciation is so hard in French.
There
it is.
Yeah,
I mean.
Oh no! I was thinking, she said it, and then I forgot it. But it was you should have seen the people behind the counter. They're looking at me like I'm an alien.
Did you really say Macarena?
Yeah, I said Macarena.
You get them all dancing.
It did great.
That's beautiful.
I tried to translate it into Greek rather than English. Macarena. Macarena.
Love it.
Oh my God.
Whoa, Pranvat just popped into the house. Pranvat, you always catch us towards the end, Pranvat. I hate that, but I love seeing you. So good to have you here, Pranvat. He says, hello guys, what's up? How are you? I'm great. Getting ready to go to work, so that's not so cool. But
so me and Ash talking after the test. To be honest, David, when we won the first test, she didn't really say much. She just said to me the fact that playing the match where they played the first test, she said that she told me it would be a turning pitch. I didn't think it was that much of a turning pitch, to be honest, but yeah, she didn't say much. And then when we lost the second test, I didn't really say much to her, and she hasn't really said much to me. So yeah, we asked her on speaking terms. So
yeah.
But she will front up for India, and I'm going to front up for England in the cricket. So it is what it is.
Yep.
Phil P, I have this mental image of Ellie getting everyone in the shop dancing. That's exactly what I said.
I would love it. Everyone just stops what they're doing. It just starts doing the Macarena.
Imagine that going into a patisserie or a baker's and saying to everyone, "Come on, stop, dance."
Dance to me, dance, guys, dance. Yeah. Beautiful.
Fantastic.
I love it. Well,
damn it, I can't type. I got you before the E told you I'm dumb.
Told y'all I'm dumb. No, you're not dumb, Nick. We love you, man. You're only a little bit dumb, and that's why we love you.
Yeah, to David's comment here. Yeah, Crawley, Duckett, Pope, Bairstow, Root now. All the frontline batsmen just all stand up and deliver now. So they'll just either they keep going for big shots and getting big scores and big runs. So they'll either score the 20s or 30s and get out, or some of them will go on and make big runs. Crawley's done well because he hit 270s in the last test. Pope has hit 196, but other than that, all the rest, I think Stokes has had a 50, but all the rest keep getting the 20s and 30s, and then they just get out there because they want to play that. They want to play that where they don't use many overs to get their runs. So yeah, it's interesting cricket, mate.
Right over my head, but I love it.
Yeah. Ellie's butter inducing French flash mob.
Yes, love it.
Phil P's got one for you today.
I'm so embarrassed.
No, don't be. That's an awesome story. I'm only 60% dumb, so 40% of the time I'm smart all the time. That 40%, man, that's all you need. For sure. But you guys, we've been going for an hour and 50 minutes, and it's been lovely. I've had a blast every single second of it. But unfortunately, it is that time where I have to get ready and go to work. So we have a couple of things to talk about real quick before we go. The first thing is, if you've enjoyed watching today's show, and I bet you have, please hit a like. And if you've enjoyed the show's members, why don't you go and subscribe to their other YouTube channels? This one is Jose's channel. So let me get that link put in here for you guys. Boom. There is El Tel Cockerel, Jose's personal channel.
And thanks to Sanchez. I've gone up by 1% Sanchez. Thank you very much.
Sanchez, you're the man.
And the other thing is that we do have memberships on this channel at Talk and Ball. They're pinned to the chat. If you want to become a member and join the others in La Familia, then please do so. We started last week. Was it last week or this week? Where we had the first members chat.
That was this week. It was this week.
So we did a members call in, and it was quite well represented. We had quite a few people call in. But if you want to come in and call in and be on the show, become a member. It's the easiest way to do it, and then you can come on the show. Colin will be posting something out on the community page, offering some days, which I presume may be the Tuesday, and also possibly a Saturday as the days, but offering some different times to do it to try and capture when it's best for you guys, because we know that we've got people watching from everywhere, and 4 o'clock on Tuesday GMT would not have suited some people. So therefore, yeah, if you can look out on the community page and partake in the times and the comments that Colin puts in. We'll try and see what time to better do a members show, so you guys can call in and come on the show and have your say.
Boom. Jose, thank you so much for doing the housekeeping there. I appreciate you. And everybody who's a member, I appreciate you as well. Thank you for monetarily supporting the show and the content that we put out for you guys. Phil P says, great show, gang. Thanks, Colin, Jose, and your Royal Highness, Queen Ellie. Woo! Yes. Love it. Love it. Love it. Talking beer. Oh, I did it. Oh, no. We keep doing it. Sorry. I'm done. We keep accidentally clicking over each other. But Talking Beer says, hopefully I can join the next members chat. Sorry, I missed this one. How dare you be sick, sir? How dare you be sick? No, I'm glad you're feeling better.
I'm officially going to the match, guys.
Yes, it's official, guys. Ellie will be at the match, so we'll need to talk to you. We'll need to talk to you afterwards and get some info, maybe some stuff that we've missed watching on the telly. So you can help us with that. And Phil P. And Phil P is being a G, saying, we should call him Phil G, saying, come over to Jose's channel to give a view and a like and a subscribe. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Phil P, or shall I say Phil G, because you're a total G for this. Thank you. Yeah, and we've got David thanking us again. David, thank you, and thank you for the membership that you gifted today. We didn't forget that. And Phil, can't wait to watch the game tomorrow with Queen Ellie. Woo! It's gonna be a good one.
Just remember to take some pictures, Ellie, and then send them over. And then when we do a show, we'll or the next show that we put on, Colin can bring the pictures up and we can show what Ellie was up to.
Yeah, get some pictures with Phil. Get some pictures with other supporters. That would be beautiful.
Phil P equals G.
100%. I think you should change your name to Phil G. But that's just me.
I know. I've just seen the ticket came through on my email from Phil.
Hell yeah. Phil, you are the man. You're the man, Phil.
I just hope it doesn't rain now.
Hey, you get a poncho or something, you'll be fine. You'll be good, Els.
And I've got an umbrella, so I'll be fine.
She has a poncho and an umbrella and does the Macarena.
Yeah.
Imagine all those things together, too.
My catchphrase, couldn't it?
I have a poncho and an umbrella and I do the Macarena.
I would.
I love that.
Yes. I think I'm gonna have to make something on Photoshop later to show this. And then we've got Beer Talk saying only the cool people comment on Jose's channel. And damn, YouTube and these notifications. Hi all. Yo, Bobby. Everybody's saying, hey, Bobby, we are checking out actually, but we appreciate you being here. Everything that you do for the channel, moderating, all kinds of stuff. And
Phil P has got someone. There's someone doing the Macarena.
Where's Phil P? Phil P is like I said, total G. He's getting.
That's someone doing the dance. It looks like a flamenco dress on.
Yeah. Beautiful stuff. And then we've got Bobby again talking to David, and then Sanchez, Bethnal Green, Quality Pundits, Adios Familia, Gabon Vascos.
There you go, Gabon Vascos.
Gabon Vascos.
Yes. Sánchez, mira, todos entienden hablar español y Vasco también mira.
There's a secret code going on here. And
so I said, everyone's learning to speak Spanish and Basque.
Yeah, absolutely. See?
When I get off at White Hart Lane, I'm going to do the Macarena.
You better get someone to take a video. I would pay money. I would pay money to see that. So just to let you know. All right, guys. But hey, that's been, I think, another successful edition of Talking Ball. Happy Friday. I've got to go into work in a half an hour, but I got this. God damn it. I'm gonna do great. It's Friday. Nobody can stop me. Off tomorrow. Spurs match tomorrow. Sean, Cosmic Sean from the chat, he'll be here to watch the match with me. That's always fun. Watching the match with friends. As long as he doesn't talk too much. Don't talk too much during the match, Sean. If you're watching this, we got to watch closely. But everybody, thank you again for tuning in. Grab a membership if you would like. They are available. And again, thank you everyone for tuning in. I'm gonna play us out with our James Madison song, and we'll see you guys all. We'll see you guys all very soon.
Thank you, everyone. And in Ange we trust.
Come on, you Spurs.
In Ange we trust and the Macarena we trust.
The Macarena we trust.
Hey,
Macarena.
My team has got James Madison. James Madison is what we need. Whoa, thank God we got James Madison. This kid plays ball like you would never believe. Whoa.
2009.